Thursday, vaal action, and let's get going. We've got 9 races on the turf, of course, the classic track that is, and let's move straight into what the plans are with regards to today's meet. We've got Darren Burrows and Daryl Marie. Good few things arrived yesterday, which is fantastic for the team. Well done to them, and long may that form continue. At Waited to Win, we're at Twitter on our Twitter handle, so please go join that and engage from that perspective, or on a WhatsApp number as well. And of course, you're on naturally 4racing.tv as well as 240 on DSTV. Let's get into it. The first on the card, this particular event, it's a first rider, work riders race, and Noble Kingdom for Ash Fortune is top of the boards at 18-10, stepping out to second choice at 5-2. And is it those two, or does Brett Crawford through James's horse come into the race, horse like Global Approach, because they've been in such great form, or so I believe anyway, the stable. Daryl Marie's with me. Darren Burrows can't join us, but due to an unfortunate issue, but we do have his information, so we'll share that with you. Morning, Daryl. Let's talk about the opener.
Yes, let's hope we get through this meeting first of all, Clyde.
That's a lovely card. Forecast, eh?
Yes. Darren believes it's a match race in the first race. I've got other ideas. Stepping out early has to be assisted by Sam Masia from a neat draw. The form line hasn't been standing up, so that's my concern. Noble Kingdom, lovely son of Bar William Longsword, big solid son. He's going to go handy. Good improvement from run 1 to run 2. Another one with the neat draw, and we saw, I think it was called Sylvan Theatre, who finished well behind, come out and run second in his next start. So he's going to be my top pick. I think improvement from number 9 over here, Clyde, Black Lightning. Now look who he's got in the irons. Penisile Montqatwa, right? A top work rider.
Yep.
That form line, Future Wolf has won from there. Lebetcho and Sam the Wise Man.
So it's very strong.
I think he represents a value in the race, and I do believe he'll run into the money.
16-1 a win, or 2-1 a place, thereabouts. That horse, Black Lightning, number 9 on the card. All right, you've got the information. That's good. Race 1, it's not a bipod race, but this is what we recommend you do to get something going, and we're recommending the exactas here. That's with Stepping Out and Noble Kingdom. As you see, that's Darren's recommendation. Of course, Daryl has got other ideas. Let's get on to this classic track now, 1200, and it's a handicap at the 96 level, so obviously they go around the turn. From a handicap perspective, the market, when we were doing it this morning, number 3, Dock of the Bay, 2-1 favourite, and number 1, Mardi Gras, 33-10. Mitch got his wishes in good form, trading at 4-1, and Minnie Coop is trading at 4-1, that's number 7, and you get 8-1 and better about the rest. Bipot, is there a bit Napier? Do we need a couple of runners? How do you see it?
I was just looking on the Hollywood Bets Syndicate website,
Yep.
Clyde. Dock of the Bay, Keegan DeMero takes the ride, has an each-way chance.
Okay, so they fancy that, right?
Yeah, he won extremely well last time out, Clyde. It was over 7 furlongs. I don't think 6 furlongs is his ideal trip, but in a small field, he shouldn't be too far off them, turning for home. So the fact that he got a £5 penalty doesn't put me off. I think he's a lightly raced 4-year-old, and I think now that he's been gelded, we're going to see the best of him. Mardi Gras, although the going's good, Clyde, the pen's 22, the sting is out of the ground. I think they've had 16 mils over the past 7 days, plus some irrigation, so the sting's certainly out of the ground, and he enjoys that. Back in a handicap, if he goes forward, he can be hard to pick back, so I'm happy going the safe route in the first leg of the bipod, 1 and 3.
Okay, well, there's nothing more from me on that basis, so we'll just put that bipod up now for you. There are a couple of bipods we're going to show you, I think. We've got Darren and Daryl, so we'll start with Darren. This is what he's suggesting. He's going 1 and 3 in the first leg, so he's Mardi Gras and Dock of the Bay. Then he goes 10 and 11, 3 and 4, Banker 9, 5, 10, 12, and 2 and 7 at the back, so and that he's spending 48 Rand for every time you take one. Daryl Marie, let's have a look at what Daryl's doing here in the second quickly and put it up. He did say first leg 1 and 3 by 1 and 11, Banker 9, Banker 12, 2 and 6, and that comes to 400 Rand. He's taking that obviously 50 times at the end of the day. So what's it, 8 Rand bipod for everyone that you want. Welcome back. Let's get on to PAs now. The third is run over the 1,800 metres. Otalukan top of the boards, 15-10. There's been solid market support for Tyron Zaki, a stable that's in very good form right now. Ryan Munger got the ride. One big guy is a 22-10 second choice, and it does appear to be those two with foreign form, very little separating them, obviously, Daryl. But I think we both know about Otalukan because we've seen him and we know what he looks like and we know what he wants. So this sort of distance, one would imagine, will be right up his alley.
Yeah, and more importantly, obviously this is pre-recorded, Clyde, and closer to race time, possibly more rain has fallen. And we know what happens when with the Tyron Zaki and the sticky underfoot conditions. I mean, the stable flies. But on form, very little separating himself and Big Guy. Obviously, he's lightly raced and he possibly has more scope for improvements. But I'm happy just putting them both in. If you do fancy them, Clyde, a horse like Gregor McGregor has to be thrown into all trifectas and quartets. He finished right alongside them in his later starts. Bronze Sword, another one that's lightly raced. They now fitted him with a set of blinkers. He could make further improvements. That form line hasn't really held up though, and maybe follow him when he's been gelded. But I think 1 and 11 will dominate.
Those are the two, right? 1 and 11. I think the difference between this and everything else is right now, I stand to be corrected, but this horse Otalukan is probably doing them all a favour by running as close as he is over this distance. I think he's looking for further anyway. He's probably a derby type horse, I would imagine, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, here's our choices, place accumulators. Right now we're going to go like this. 1 and 11, Daryl's PA by Banker 9, by Banker 9, by Banker 12. Then 2 and 6, then Banker 7, then 4, 5, 6 and 15. And for that purpose, a 320 Rand total commitment in the place accumulator. Darren's worked out a PA as well. Let's see what he's also going 2 runners, 10 and 11, by 3 and 4, by Banker 9, by 5, 10, 12, by Banker 2, by Banker 7, by Banker 6. So he does seem to find the end part of the card a bit easier, and he's spending 300 Rand to get that PA a few times. Welcome back to the Vaal. Let's move on to the Pick 6 now. This is an 1800. This particular event's a maiden class field, and let's go through it. I'll give you an idea of what the market looked like this morning. Corin's Legacy number 3 was trading at around 5-2, joint with number 9 Coffee in Seattle. 5-2 the pair, and is it those two, Daryl, or are we going further?
I'm taking my chances in the first leg. The first leg of the Pick 6 club.
Yeah.
I'm bankering number 9, Coffee in Seattle. I watched her latest replay on the inside track, Clyde. I thought she got caught a bit flat-footed. Yeah. She's going to love the longer run in. Yes. And more importantly, look at the comments in the computer form after her last start. Respiratory noise. Yeah. The tongue tie gets fitted. Okay. So I'm hoping that does the trick.
Gavin Larina on now?
Pacific Express had a post-maiden run. She ran second next time out. I think in this sort of field, I'll be very disappointed if Coffee in Seattle gets beaten. Barring that, Clyde, I don't know what to say, but I do have an inclusion for the quartet, and you're going to laugh at me.
I never laugh at you. Why would I laugh at you?
Number 2, Twice in Camden.
Sorry? Number 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Twice in Camden for the back end of the trifecta and quartet. Include her. You can just put a line through a later start. Okay. 2 previous runs weren't bad whatsoever. At 40-1, I think she can boost that dividend.
All right. I'm looking at his coffee. Okay, that's fine. So I just want to ask him one more question, Daryl, about the way the market is priced up. Is she incorrectly priced then? If you're so big on...
Yeah, she's been fair to date. I'm not overly excited about her latest form line. It's not holding up whatsoever. So, okay. She did have excuses as well, not striding out. Maybe a bit of giving the ground will assist her, be beneficial, but I'm all in the first leg with her Pick 6.
Okay. Coffee at the Vaal, we're going for you in the first leg of the Pick 6. Let's have a look at what Daryl's Pick 6 is going. Coffee in Seattle, Banker by Banker 9 in the next leg, by 3, 5, 10, 12, by 2 and 6, by 1, 7, 9, by 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 15. And he's quite confident about the Pick 6 and he's willing to spend that amount of money and catch it twice. Darren Burroughs got another idea. He thought it might be a bit more open than that. He's gone 1, 3, 4, 9, 10 by Banker 9, so that at least there's, they're agreed in the banker there. Then the third leg, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Then 279, and you'll see Darren's quite big on the last two. Banker 7 in the 8th race and Banker 6 in the 9th race. And he wants to catch it 10 times. So there you go. He's spending 1,350 Rand. Good, welcome back. Race number 5. Let's chat about this. This is the maiden class field. It's over 1,800 meters. If you are using social media, just remember that we are at Weighted to Win's our handle. From a Twitter perspective, we're working on an Instagram account now as well, so we'll start up with that very soon. We've got a WhatsApp for you, so there you go. That's the number you can use to send your email address and your name. All right, guys, let's talk about this race, a maiden class field, 1,800 meters. At the moment, this horse top of the boards for Joseph Soma, Pomazelis, top of the boards, and Calvin Habib's riding this, trading at around 12 to 10 the last time I had a look. And number 2, Sassy, second choice at 5 to 1. Then you got the 4 Owns Dream at 6 to 1, and 8 to 1 about number 1, Apache Fighter. But all of the rage at the moment is for Pomazelis. It's coming from quite a powerful form line, and I would imagine that's the reason, Daryl, why everybody's really, well, most would like this horse.
Who's going to handle this Gram account, Instagram?
Who will? You will.
No.
You're very good with these type of things.
No, thanks,
So
Clyde.
I'm happy to. Have you not heard about that? Yeah, you're going to
First
start
time,
posting.
Clyde, I was very surprised to see them basically priced up as joint favourites. I mean, Pomazelis beats
What do you mean
Ideal
they were
Future.
priced up? Who was priced up joint favourite?
Sassy.
But Sassy's 5 to 1, it says here.
Well, they were basically 22 to 10 the pair.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And on a line through Ideal Future, Pomazelis has got Sassy stone cold.
Oh.
I loved her start on the inside track. She only got going very, very late. I think from a 1 draw, longer running. I'd go very close to saying this is Pepe Batal.
Is that so?
Yeah. We saw a nice move win from there, Clyde. We saw Cape Lights, who's a nice filly herself, run second. I don't see anything that can trouble over here. I'll tell you who should run second, in my opinion. Number 4, Rowan's Dream. Now, last time with the blinker, she was overdoing it. The blinkers have been removed. Same form line as Coffee in Seattle. See how she goes in the previous race, but that's much weaker in my opinion. So the exacta 9 from 4.
All right, so they're all big on Pomazelis here to win. Let's go into our pick sixes, have a look at what Darren and Darren, I think we've already ascertained in terms of pick sixes what the plan is with regards to what the boys have banked. So jackpots, this is what the jackpots have done. I would imagine much the same, where they've also banked the 9 here. So Daryl has by 3, 5, 10, 12, by 2 and 6, and then 1, 7, 9. So that's a snapshot of what Daryl Marie's jackpot looks like. Darren's got another idea. I must say, he's been on the mark the last couple of days with this new play in terms of all to come. And he's going the all to come Pomazelis into Kiss Me Captain. The previous 2 all to comes of his both landed. So he's looking for the hat trick. We're on to race number 6. This is over 1,500 metres. The market's got, 9 to 2 the field. So it's one of those tougher races where Legislates Dance is top of the boards at 9 to 2. That's number 2 on the card if you haven't got a book in front of you. Number 5, or a digital book in front of you. The 5, Bloomington, is at 5 to 1. And number 8 on the card from the Crawford Yard, who is Turpitz, is trading at 11 to 2. It's 8 to 1 or thereabouts, and better about the others. Quite a few in here, I suppose, that might have chances at open race, I would imagine. See what Daryl likes.
I like Houston. I think he's a huge price. I think he'll start closer to favourite race time, in my opinion, Clyde. Have a look in his third start last time out. That was a very strong field. Aravadichas won from there, bless my stars. And he wore the tongue tie for the first time on that occasion. I don't know if that was the reason for a slightly below par run, but the tongue tie does get removed today. So I think he certainly didn't enjoy it. I believe he's better than his current rating. With 53 kilograms to shoulder, I hope he goes forward. And I'm expecting him to win today.
Interesting. That's what, 8 to 1 at the moment.
8 to 1. Bloomington, we've seen his form line being franked. I mean, Flashy Apache came out and won again, franking that form. Spin Doctor, I think he's been slightly disappointing in his latest 2 starts, but he has had excuses. I think from a 1 draw, he should get cover and settle. So he can improve. And what was the other one? Iceman Cometh.
Yep.
If the rain comes, Clyde, he could be the joker in the pack, because I think he does have his issues and he'll enjoy this thing out the ground. And didn't they put lights out on him last time out?
Yeah. He got pulled out the race, eh?
Yes,
Because they felt something amiss or
yes.
something to that effect. Yeah,
So,
all right, well, the
so
runner.
for me, Houston ahead of the likes of Bloomington, Spin Doctor, and Iceman Comet.
Okay, so there are a few shrewies in the race that we like that you need to make a note of. Perhaps you can work around catching some quartets, you guys. But let's see what the boys want to do here in race number 6 now. And the plan here is for Daryl Murray to go straight up with Houston. He likes that. He says that is the horse that we've got to beat. And when we were recording the show this morning, he was trading at around 8-1. Let's get on to race number 7. This is a handicap over 1,200 metres now, and have a look at what the guys want to do in this particular event. Just from a market perspective, this morning, Chivana was top of the board at 3-1. Number 7 on the card for Mike de Kock, that was Bonnaroo, trading at around 33-10. So the market's got them quite close. And then Twice the Storm is also at 33-10. So kind of those are the three, I think, from a betting perspective. Is that the case on form?
Not for me. I'm leaning towards Chivana. He's having his peak run, whereas the filly Bonnaroo is returning from a 200-odd day layoff. I know Mark de Kock gets them fit, but I'm definitely swaying towards Chivana to get the better of her. You know, Clyde, his latest 2 starts have been on the inside track over 5 furlongs, too quick for him. He's going to love the step up to 6. Got a neat draw, cherry ripe, the one to beat. I actually think 3-1 is not a bad price whatsoever. The danger I make to him is number 6, Bronco Blitz. He's 10-1. I can't believe why. Go back to that run to Big Out Girl. There's a length and a half separating the two of them. He's 4 kilograms better off. So on paper, certainly got a chance of reversing that form. Now, we backed him last time out with Pierre straight on Bronco Blitz, Clyde. He was drawn towards the inside, came towards the outside, found some trouble.
I saw that. It wasn't.
Put the hands down. So just put a line through that effort. I think Bronco Blitz is another one represents value. I mean, strange to say, I think both the 2 and the 6 are overpriced.
Okay. Interesting to see how he'll do around the turn at this course and distance. He's had one go there before. Right, you got that information. Let's put something up for you so you can make notes or snap away, etc. You know the normal story. Darren Burrows is going with trifectas and boxing 2, 6, 7 and 9. It's 24 rand boxed trifecta. Hello everybody, welcome back. 8th race. This is where we are right now, and it's final legs of the first part. It's a 1,000 metres sprint, so it's up the straight. And Kiss Me Captain from the Aussie stable, the unbeaten Kiss Me Captain's was trading 13-10. Number 4, Blinded by the Lights, is the second choice at 6-1. And number 6, What a Honey, is trading at around 7, 8-1 thereabouts, 10-1, and better about Showtime and the like. Interesting horse running here in Kiss Me Captain, has been super impressive to date and does look like the right horse in the race.
I don't think the drop-in trip's going to be a negative, Clyde. I watched her latest replay. She actually pinged those gates. She came out flying. Diego didn't want to cut throats, so he just opted to give her a chance. Never, ever in doubt. Now, she could only pick up a maximum £6 penalty on that occasion. She's 2 kilograms well in over here. Unbeaten filly who appears to be drawn on the right side of the track with regards to the pace. I mean, you got Blinded by the Lights drawn down to towards the inside. Rocket's Red Glare, also a pacey sort. If she can just get some cover, perhaps, I expect her to remain unbeaten.
Okay, interesting, because there are 1 or 2 horses that have got a little bit of ability in the race, I would have thought. So she does. It's not to say that she's taking on a weak field. She's not. I mean, there are a few in here that can run.
Filly like Showtime, she's having her 3rd run off the arrest. Blinkers get fitted.
Yeah.
I'm just not too sure what's happening with the tongue tie. I mean, last time out, she never wore the tongue tie. Sort of below par effort run on her behalf. Yeah. And it hasn't been refitted. So I'm not too sure what's happening there. Whether she's trained on or not, well, we'll see. Time will...
She's a small little thing.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah.
But Clyde, how can you knock this filly Kiss Me Captain? She's been super impressive to date, and let's hope she remains unbeaten.
Okay, well, we've got a rerun. We'll show that to you in a moment. Firstly, let's have a look at what the selections look like with regards to this race. And straight up for both guys, they're both on Kiss Me Captain. They're very confident. All right, so the last time Kiss Me Captain ran was around the turn at this track, at the Vaal Classic. But now she's obviously going up the straight. But let's have a look at it quickly, and you'll see where how she starts to move. There she is at this point in time in the red and black. So she's second right now. And you'll notice that Antigua Knight in the red and white is back along her inside, and Striker Match is back in third at this point in time. But when they come to the final 300 now, you just got to watch how Diego starts to let her go, and they just have a notice to how well clear they are of the rest of the field. So she's got the speed, she can stay on the speed, and in the manner that she now starts to get the better of the runner-up is what's impressed us the most. Right, we're on to the ninth and final. Let's talk about this unbeaten horse that's current favourite. Comes from the Jan Janssen van Vieren stable called Mythical Dream. Just want to quickly go back to the market to have a look. What are they trading? They're 18 to 10, is it? 18 to 10, yep. 18 to 10 about number 6. And question is does it just stay with her? Let's talk to Daryl about the Stonebridge runner here that Gavin Lorena gets the ride back on. She does seem to be impressive.
Yes, and I'm glad we're going to be showing our viewers the replay, Clyde, because she's been super impressive. Both her victories have been around the bend on the inside track. So she does travel to the Vaal for the first time, having her first run up the straight. But you have to be impressed with how she's been winning. I mean, you can't knock her, other than the fact that she's worse off at the weights with a few other runners. Clean Living, 2 kilograms for a length and a half beating. Letitia's Angel, 4.5 kilograms for 2 3/4 length beating. So, but she's going to have to up her game, and she's more than likely going to do so. Insatiable, I think she's going to improve. Had excuses last time out. Penultimate start, probably in need of that outing. Third run off the rest, her rating's down to 71. She's got a lot of pace, and if she banks that outside running roll, she could run into the money. She is the stable companion.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know where she stands with regards to her chances against the favourite. And then I'll think of filly like number 4, Time to Flower. I know she took a few runs to win a maiden, but over 5 furlongs, if she gets some cover, I like the way she quickened last time out, although she only got up in the dying straws. I think there's more to come from her. And coming from the Crawford yard, one has to believe there is. So I'm going to tip them in order 6, 5 and 4. Darren doesn't want to know with regards to Mythical Dream.
Yeah, he's quite big on her. We know that from his pick sixes. Okay, so that's the play we have. When I show you some selections, we'll bring you that rerun quickly so you can have a look, you guys. Darren's quite big on Mythical Dream, and no reason why not to be. Let's take a look at exactly what she's all about, Mythical Dream. We'll show you that replay now, and this particular last start that we want to show you, when she won and she beat this horse Clean Living. We'll show you now, and at this point in time, you'll see Mythical Dream is on the extreme outside of the track. So watch that. You'll see Clean Living's in the white in the center, and they come past, watch this now, the 200-meter mark, and you'll see Mythical Dream hard up against the outside, racing away. This was Randall Simons in the saddle on that day. Clean Living staying on, but Mythical Dream, you can see, got the upper hand in the closing stages and does seem to be quite impressive in the way that she wins. And that's it. I hope it's been good. Thank you so much for staying and supporting Weighted to Win. We look forward, of course, to full racing for Charity Weekend. The tab for Racing Algoa Cups on Friday. Don't forget, Allied Steel Road on a Mission Mile. Charity Mile, of course, is on Saturday. And don't forget about the tournament, the soccer tournament for our grooms as well. All takes place on the weekend where only charities, well, at the end of the day, charities will win. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.